Welcome to Money Hunt, the one-shot entrepreneurs have to prove they've got a good idea, a great plan, and the passion to see it through. It's not so easy growing a business, and we're going to find out who's got what it takes. I'm Miles Spencer. Let's play Money Hunt.
Hi, I'm Cliff Enico. We scour the country looking for America's hottest new companies, and we invite some of the very best to be on the show with us. They try to tell us their business can't lose. We try to tell them their plan is a snooze. At the end, one of our guests will receive some free help and guidance from our Money Hunt mentor.
Today, that's Andrew Carmen, Senior Vice President from GE Small Business Solutions. Andrew, thanks for coming on Money Hunt.
Great to be here, Miles.
We're going to see a couple of companies in the consumer rental space today. What are you looking for from these entrepreneurs?
Consumer rental is pretty tricky. The thing that I look for is, have they identified the big obstacles? And in consumer rentals, it's typically, can they build brand? Do they have distribution? And more importantly, are they controlling costs? That's
Great.
what I'll be looking for.
Okay, let's do it. Our first guest is Chris McIntyre of Eagle Rider Motorcycle Rentals. He's backstage right now with Money Hunt's Monica Wright. Monica?
Thanks, Cliff. Chris, welcome to Money Hunt. Your business plan calls for $5 million. Have you ever pitched on television before?
No, not yet, but I'm ready to rock and roll.
Sounds great. Chris, the door's opening. Good luck with your pitch today on Money Hunt.
Thank you.
Eagle Rider Motorcycle Rental of Torrance, California, rents Harley-Davidsons to people both here and overseas who want to relive the easy rider experience on their summer vacations. Chris, welcome to Money Hunt.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about how this company got founded.
Actually, myself and another founder, Jeff Brown, Peter Wormer, we just wanted to find something to do outside of AT&T, growing old, losing your hair. That was a natural extension of ourselves. And, you know, we figured out one of our passions was Harley-Davidson riding and motorcycles, and we thought if we can put our passion, a hobby, and people's enjoyment of life and make a living out of it, you got a winner.
Now,
that's what
you
we've done.
made a little bit of videotape for us. We'll cue it up on the screen. Why don't you tell us what we're seeing here?
Okay. Right here is actually the beginning. It's two of the founders, myself and Jeff Brown, riding out of our corporate stores in Los Angeles.
How many stores do you have?
We have 10 locations around the United States.
Primarily Sunbelt?
Actually, not really. They're primarily tourist destinations. Like Chicago to LA is a classic Route 66 ride that people love to do.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, is the average motorcycle vacationer a U.S. person or somebody from overseas?
Actually, it's a great question because 60% of our clientele, when we started the business, we marketed to the overseas public because overseas, motorcycling is a way of life. Yeah. Parking, gasoline so expensive.
And also, too, most of your retail outlets are out in the West, and don't people in Germany especially have a real thing with the American West? They want to relive the experience and go to all the ghost towns and that kind of jazz?
Absolutely. Rock and roll, American Pie, Levi's, and Harley-Davidson says it all.
Chris, key to the marketing side on this, how have you marketed abroad?
What we did is we utilized a tour operator network, which is, for example, ADAC, the German Automobile Club, has 30 million members. Mm-hmm. What we did is we marketed wholesale rates to them because we couldn't afford, obviously, to get printed and millions of brochures ourselves. We provided them net 25 cost. They went ahead and did the printing, did the translation, marketed to 30 million different people around Germany. That was our initial.
By that 25 cost, you mean?
Discounted.
Instead of $125.
25% discount. So, but let me ask you this. Isn't this really for the motorcycle freaks? I mean, is it really, how do you get me to get on a Harley and do one of these trips?
Trick question.
Now, I mean, you probably expected when I came out, a guy in leather clad, tattoos, a beard, toting.
I have to say, this is...
you know what this is?
What's it?
This is our client. We deal to the, I mean, we market to the baby boomer. We market the American dream.
How many of those baby boomers have motorcycle licenses? Because you can't just walk into your shop on an impulse and start riding a motorcycle.
Okay. In America, there's 30 million motorcycle riders that are licensed. In addition, in Europe, which is 60% of our business, it's like I said, it's literally a way of life. It's one of the most popular sports. It's more popular than skiing.
Are your locations convenient? I mean, can I rent a motorcycle from you the same way that I could rent a car, say, at the local airport?
Absolutely. But we don't rent cars.
Go ahead.
What's every product offering? Do you find your complete tour guided product works better than just a self-guided tour? Where are you seeing the business?
Actually, 90% of the business plus is in the daily rental business. The guided tours are more of an upper echelon type of business. It's more of the sizzle, but the steak of the business is daily
Your
rentals.
research shows, where do your purchasers make their purchase decision? Is this something that they decide on their way to their vacation destination, or are they doing this planning way in advance?
We literally have almost 6 to 7 months in advance. We take bookings.
Chris, you only do Harleys. What's your business relationship with Harley?
Actually, it took about 5, 6 years, but now we are fully authorized and licensed by Harley-Davidson to go ahead and market
I mean, doesn't this
the
crimp
rental
your style
program.
somewhere? If I've got a family with like 3 small kids or stuff, I mean, doesn't the fact that I can't rent one of those, does Harley make a family-friendly motorcycle where you can strap the 3 kids in the back or anything like that?
But that's not the style. Come on. We're the American dream. I mean, what we get is...
Cliff doesn't get out much.
Actually, you guys would come into our store. You'd walk into our store wearing a suit. You come walking out looking like the Terminator, leather. It's like an adult Disneyland.
Speaking of the dream, though, how do you control the experience? You've got 10 distribution points across the U.S. Some are franchise, some are company-owned. How do you control
Central
the customer?
reservations.
Okay.
I'm an old AT&T guy. Financial data processing. That's our expertise.
Let's talk about your technology. Where is that compared to, say, your competition, the mom and pop, some of the bigger players?
We're more advanced, actually. We have an SQL7 database that integrates online real-time using the actual computer internet, where that we go ahead and do.
SKL is a database technology, exactly. Now, are you finding that you have specific requests for specific types of Harley-Davidsons in locations, and you have to move your inventory to accommodate?
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of our product. Since it's mobile, a car business, if we're renting cars, it wouldn't make sense. For example, a Denver station is a franchise, and he also owns a Phoenix station. He can move his inventory in the low season
Chris, you're
to
franchising
Phoenix.
this operation, right? How many franchise outlets do you have?
6.
Out of how many?
Out of 10.
Out of 10, okay. So what's your pitch to the franchisees? How do you get them on board? Where do you look for these people?
Basically, I mean, the number one pitch is, quite honestly, we look for a relationship that we can work with and they can work with us. They have to see the same vision, the goal, and truly understand what we're trying to do. We rent the dream. And
Going back to the inventory, which is so critical, do you own the bikes that you're renting?
Absolutely.
Okay. Harley doesn't have a hand in on the resale on the back end of it?
Actually, they do. What we do is we have a fleet program with Harley-Davidson. We get the products, by month, by model, delivered. And then the beauty of the rental industry is your disposal. And we figured out a way with Harley-Davidson, a mutually beneficial way that we dispose the asset in a way that we still make money on the
still
assets.
protects the
And the
market for
Harley
Harley.
dealer gets to sell it. And we
Chris,
don't
let's
compete
talk about
against it.
management and money. Your business plan calls for $5 million in capital. What are you going to use it for?
All right, there's 3 main areas that we're going to use the capital for. The first is expansion of corporate-owned stores. I mean, it's just too expensive of a way for us to continue to grow off our current cash flow. The second way is extending and expanding our franchise network, which is not as extensive as a corporate side. And the third, but not least, is the acquisition and acquiring of competition and specific dealerships in the motorcycle industry.
Let's go to your management team for a second. Give me a breakdown on the execution skills on the operations side. You mentioned the IT, very impressive. How, on the operations side, who do you have on your staff that can make it happen?
Okay, the 2 founders, Jeff and I, we're kind of computer geeks from AT&T. We went out, and the first thing we did is we realized we had to partner with somebody who was an expert in operations in the rental industry. What we did is we brought on a partner, Peter Wormer, who's the vice president of operations for Go America, which is a $100 million motorhome rental business. Ironically, that expertise was focusing on the international market.
Is he an enthusiast as well, or simply
Absolutely.
a professional?
Everyone
Got to
of
be to
us-
work for this company.
Any plans for international expansion?
Absolutely.
Where
Majorca, for example. Majorca is like the Hawaiian Islands to Germany. We've had everything from cruise lines say, instead of mopeds on our cruise line, let's put Harleys and stop the island and cruise around. I mean, it's endless. There's literally, in America alone, there's 300, well, basically any tourist destination that you can think that you would go and want to enjoy life is a possibility for us.
Chris, thanks for coming in and make a pitch. Quite an easy rider. We're going to take a short break and be back with our second mentor, or our second entrepreneur, right after this.
Hi, I'm Robin Schatz from Business Week Frontier with a tip for entrepreneurs. If you're not a hot new .com company, is venture capital out of the question? Not really. Many major corporations are running their own venture funds to invest in promising young firms in their industries. These corporate VCs can provide powerful contacts and expertise, but a corporate investment could limit your exit strategies. To find a corporate VC fund, contact the National Venture Capital Fund in Arlington, Virginia.